Fire away.
Hi. Talk to me about leadership and the importance of leadership at this point in time right now, Chris.
You have to have, leaders to make sure this team, is still on the right track. We're fighting hard every week. Well, it's not really coming out of court, but we still got a lot to play for. We still got a bowl game to play for. We still got as Mike Wade was talking about it yesterday, one of our leadership meetings. We still got to play, so that we can, be around each other, 1 more month. And, the leaders, really rallied up and, helped this team understand, we still got, positive attitude on this team, although the season hasn't gone, as we thought it should. And, things haven't gone our way, but, we're still here, ready to fight and, ready to win another ball game.
Is it hard reeling everybody back in on Monday morning particularly after a game like that one?
If we had a different type of guys who, quit, after falling down or something, it might be hard, but it's really not that hard with the guys we got. We got guys that are ready to fight and ready to, really come back and work. We got a lot of guys with a lot of pride. It sucked to win, it sucked to lose that way, especially with so many chances that we did have to win that game. But, we got guys that really have a lot of pride and, will come back and fight, ready to win this next game.
How important is it to win this game, to secure a bowl bid and have something tangible to hang on to from this season at this point?
Just as big, as winning the last game or winning the game before that. Every game is a big game to us. Every game we want to win, whether it be for a bowl bid or for a chance at ACC, championship like last week, or any game. Every game is a huge game. The next game is always the biggest. That's part of leadership. What we have to say, we gotta control what we can. We weren't able to come out with a win last week. This week we gotta do the things we need to do to hopefully come out with a win.
I had a guy tell me 2 years ago that you guys worked too hard over an entire year for 13, 14 opportunities to play, that it's just ridiculous to not enjoy every opportunity just to play. I guess that's kind of the way to do it.
Yeah, you got to enjoy it. The work we put in over this past year, a lot of people aren't willing to do. And that's why, a lot of guys that we have here, because they understand that, we put in a whole lot of work to be where we are. Even though it's not what we want to be, we put a whole lot of work to be here, and we got to enjoy it, and we got to be ready to, for the next one.
What do you feel is going on when you guys get in the red zone and so many empty possessions?
It just comes down to, execution. In the red zone, we killed ourselves, many a times we did penalties. We had a fumble handoff, drop snap. It just seems like things just really don't go our way when we get down there. Nuke falls, and then it's an interception. Nuke stays up, it's either a touchdown or incompletion. Just things like that that really just sort of culminated the way our season has been. We're able to get there and drive, and we're always in games. We haven't been blown out. We haven't been beat by a team. We've lost games. We haven't just been beat by a team. We've been sort of beating ourselves. We've been saying that all year, and it's the truth. We have mistakes, and the other team capitalizes on them. That's how you lose ball games.
Does it sort of get in your head when you have so many good drives and some of it? Do you think, wow, this is just what's going on here?
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. To come so close, to a score, and you just can't get it in there. But it's not. It's still football. You still got to go out there and play the next series and try and do it again. It is frustrating. When you have a goal in mind. That's the goal for our drives, and make go down and score a touchdown. Hopefully, get close enough to get some points. And you're trying to do that. Every drive, no matter what happened in the drive before.
Everybody's talking about the offensive line, how you guys are playing. Dabo continues to talk about that. Given that that's the notion, or that's the case, are you surprised that maybe you guys haven't run the ball more?
The game plan, is one that really helped us be in position to win a lot of ball games. It's not like we haven't done enough. and production out there, whether it be running the ball or passing the ball, because Kyle is capable. All the guys back there are capable. It's just doesn't matter what we do. It's just really basically about all 11 of us clicking. And if we've all been clicking, all 11 has been clicking on every play, you wouldn't even have to ask that question.
People look at the game plan from Saturday night and they say this is a team that was playing very good on defense. Florida State scored just one touchdown. This is the team in Clemson that had control of the game for much of the way. They look up at the stat sheet afterwards and there's 44 pass attempts. I guess the prevailing feeling out there is this team is committed to the run game as perhaps they could have been. Given the strength of the offense is the offensive line and personnel at running back.
We have strengths all over the field, and being our strength as the offensive line, that's really what makes us able to have 44 pass attempts, just as well as the amount of rush attempts that we've done. Jamie came out there to play, and when he was called upon, he was able to do his job. Just like when Kyle was called upon, he was able to do his job. Fall short, in every position. The interceptions he thrown were really just crazy plays,
You're a Winston-Salem native. Tell me what you remember most about the last time you went up there with everything that happened with Tommy, Rob, Spence, that night, losing that game. What are some things you remember?
It was a heck of a time. But I just remember, losing that ball game. It really wasn't about, coaches moving, things like that. For me, all I can do is, play football. But you did, it wasn't, a tense feeling in the air. It was just sort of a different vibe, going up there and losing that ball game. We played against a real good team that night, and fell short.
Did you have any idea going home that night that it was Tommy and Rob's last game?
No, I didn't have any idea. You hear rumors all the time, and even now you hear rumors, but you never know. The coach is really going to be fired, because that's just up to the big brass and the whole.
Are you aware of the perception that's out there right now, given that you guys are in mid-November, you're not yet bowl eligible? I mean, the unrest that's out there, the angst, people second-guessing and questioning the direction they're going. How aware of you are that? I asked because Landon spoke to that yesterday. He talked about Facebook statuses and message boards. Are you aware of all that as well?
Oh, yeah, we should. I mean, I still live in this world, and I'm not just in, the West End Zone 24 hours a day. But, where a lot of that second guessing and a lot of that, is coming from is outside of this West End Zone. It's people that don't have, an understanding of what goes on in here and the work we put in here and the effort, all these guys are giving, coaches, players, all the way up to ADs and, everybody that, that's on that plane going down to Tallahassee with us. Everybody was putting in and really going down there to get a win. And, you really can't second guess with, you can second guess from the outside looking in, when you don't understand what's being put into it.
When you haven't had the success that you wanted, do you believe that this team now, after 10 games, 5-5, is just as confident as it was when you were 2-0 going to Auburn?
Oh, yeah. Confidence hasn't been a problem for us. Confidence isn't what, has lost football games for us. It's just football players making a few plays here or there. Other than that, I think this team has had great attitude. We've come in knowing that we can win every game. It's never been a time, where we had our heads down. It's always been down. In any of those losses, it's always been, the last play of the game, when you realize, we lost this game. We got guys that are here and, understand that, what it takes to be ready to play. And every Saturday we're ready to play. This confidence comes from that, and I don't think this team has any confidence.
What would it mean for you to go home and get a win and maybe erase some of those bad feelings from last time in Wake Forest?
A win solves everything. No matter where it's at, and it'll be just as sweet, being at home in front of my family and in front of a lot of the friends, people I know.
Take any extra emphasis of going up there? I mean, for the last time in your college career, playing in front of family and friends and all that?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a special time for me. Before the game, I know I have a million text messages. A lot of love from where I'm from. I stay about 5 minutes away from the stadium, so I know I have a lot of people in the stands, cheering me on. And, it's feeling like that. You know, to have your family so close. You know, to be back in the community you grew up in, you know, being able to play a game that a lot of people aren't able to do.
You grew up that close to that stadium?
Yeah, I stayed right around the corner from the stadium.
Really? Would that be considered northwest?
Yeah,
Northwest?
northeast Winston-Salem. It's like sort of almost in the middle of Winston, like the north section of Winston, and I stay like right around, like really not far.
So 5 minutes east of there.
Yeah,
So you could walk to the Grove Stadium.
it ain't the shortest walk, but I could walk.
Right. Did you ever go to games there growing up?
Yeah, I went to a lot of games growing up. In high school, we would get tickets to go from my coach, and I went to almost all the home games in
Really?
high school.
Did they recruit you at all?
No, they very likely, not really even recruiting. They just sort of knew who I was.
Right.
But other than that,
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it, man.
have a good one.
You too.